Some piano players make everything sound silky and connected, but are your notes just kind of sounding like separate little bumps on the piano? I've helped students just like you make this exact shift so that they can feel and hear an immediate change in your playing. And by the end of this video, you'll know how to play legato sounds so that your melody flows like one connected musical thought instead of a series of separate notes. So before anything else, let me show you what we're working towards because it's so much easier to play something when you know what it should sound like. So first, here's what it sounds like when every note is detached. So each note, it's on its own, nothing is connecting it. Okay, now listen what happens when we play those exact same notes as one flowing musical sentence. So that second version, that includes legato, especially in the right hand. Legato simply means playing notes in a smooth, connected way so they flow into each other without gaps or bumps. And it matters because this is how melody breathes. It's what makes a phrase or a musical sentence feel like it's going somewhere. By the way, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Rosemarie. I've been teaching for over 20 years and composing imaginative piano music for nearly as long here at Must Love Music. Legato gives you the chance to create musical sentences. Rather than each note standing alone, they connect into one flowing idea. Think of it like speaking. Individual words are fine, but a sentence has meaning. So we're going to use the rabbit in the garden as an example this time, just so that you can feel this in your hands. We're going to focus on the opening section to just really lock it in. We're going to look at the right hand first. I'm going to start on D, and I'm going to play 3 notes. The lovely little mini scale moving through the melody. And the goal is to move as smoothly as possible. You're not lifting. You're not bumping the notes. You're just allowing one finger to roll gently into the next. And notice I'm using my wrist to do that. So feel how each finger stays connected to the key just long enough to kind of pass that sound to the next one. That handoff is actually everything. Go ahead, pause the video, try it out, and then come on back. Now, not all legatos are created equal. We're going to look at the left hand because it was doing something a little bit different than the right hand. The left hand in this particular song has a rocking motion moving upward. It's not a jump, it's more of a lean. Right? I'm rolling or leaning into it. And your wrist is really what's guiding that movement so it feels natural. Go ahead and try from G to D. So here's what to listen for. Does your melody flow like one sentence or does it still sound like separate words? If you're hearing bumps, slow it down and feel where your fingers are lifting too early. So I'm lifting both at the end. The more you practice this connection between the fingers, both hands separate like we started and then hands together, the more natural it becomes. Want to dive deeper? We'll explore things like taking the same legato approach and applying it to broken chord patterns in your left hand, or discovering how legato phrasing shapes the mood of a whole piece differently depending on where you use it. My online piano studio is built for diverse learners, whether you're neurodivergent or just learn differently. You'll create music right alongside building technique at your own pace. So book your free meet and greet. The link is below or scan this QR code. I want you to hear what happens when you take that same passage we've been looking at from before and add just a little staccato to the end. Up until now, we've been playing it so that we just lift. We're going to play same notes, same melody, but a tiny bit of bounce. Do you hear that little bounce at the end? It completely shifts the mood. Legato and staccato are opposites in technique, but together they're conversation partners that give your music shape and personality. Here's a simple practice tip that you can try right now. Take any section of a piece that you're working on where the notes move in steps, like we've been doing in this video, or broken chords, and play it as smoothly as possible. Just focus on the connection. You might be surprised at how different it sounds. So here's my question for you. When you play a melody, do you tend to naturally play smooth and connected, or do you notice your fingers lifting between notes without meaning to? Tell me in the comments. I genuinely love hearing where you're at. And if this video helped you, a like goes a long way. It helps more piano players like you find their way here. You just added an important tool to your own playing. And when you're ready for your next challenge, last week's 4th interval video, I believe it's right here, is a wonderful companion to what you learned today. Playing wider intervals with smooth legato connection creates music that truly sings. Thanks and happy playing.